This is 15 tips to make sure you drop a nuke with ease. In this video, there will be every tip that you need to know to master getting a nuke. There are no recent videos on YouTube that explains the tips and tricks to get a nuke, and I'm here to do it. If you have not seen my last video, I strongly recommend watching it because I explain movements that pros use, and movement is very helpful in dropping a nuke. Now let's get straight into the video. Score streaks. There are 19 score streaks, but don't worry, I'm going to only go over the ones that you need. You absolutely need a harp. This is a UAV on steroids. It shows where the enemy is looking and if they're shooting or not. This score streak is so OP, you can see if they're looking left, right, up, down, at your mama's room, literally anywhere. And I haven't seen pros who drops nuke on a daily basis not have the harp equipped. The second score streak is the war machine. It is a one-shot kill. Every here and there you'll get people who's running flat jacket, and then it'll be a two-shot kill. But for the most part, this score streak is OP because it counts towards your streaks. Unlike other score streaks like the chopper gunner or the gunship, every kill you get with those do not count to your score streak, but with the war machine it does. And for the third score streak you should equip, it's really up to you. The three are a UAV, counter UAV, or armor. It depends on your perks. If you are running ninja, then I recommend using the counter UAV. If you're running ghost, then I recommend using the UAV or armor. When you get a UAV, do not stare at the map for a long time. In the beginning, this got me killed so many times because I was so focused on the map that there are guys right in front of me that I didn't even see because I was too busy staring at the damn map. What you should do is quickly glance at the UAV, and from that glance make a decision on base what you see on the map. Keep in mind that the UAV does not detect all enemies. People who have the perk ghost won't appear on your map. This is why you always have to be aware of what's in front of you. Do not spam the war machine. Nothing is worse when you blow yourself up when you're on a high kill streak. When I first started, I would spam the war machine as much as possible, but over time you will learn and pick up how to use it, so don't get frustrated. If you decide to use armor as one of your score streaks, just know that it only helps with body shots. If your opponent shoots you in the head, the armor does absolutely nothing and shreds you. Just be aware of this if you decide to choose the armor. Never stay in one spot. Eventually the enemy will get the hang of it and catch you soon enough. You want to keep moving and keep rotating. Your opponent will start to get confused and never know where they're gonna get shot from. This leaves you unpredictable, which is a good thing in this scenario. In other words, have your opponent play checkers while you play chess. Have fun with it. Perks. You have to use the perk scavenger. If you want to get a nuke, you need to make sure you have a consistent flow of ammunition. Every kill you get, scavenger makes sure it refills your ammo from their dead bodies. Then you want to make sure you use ghost or ninja. Ghost allows you to not be seen from UAVs, and ninja allows you to sneak around the map without the enemies hearing your footsteps. Then you have flak jacket or tactical mask. Run whatever you want, and depending on the lobby you get, you can always switch it mid-game. Finally, you can also run perk greed, which allows you to get 2 perks per category. This is really good, and if you do not run gunfighter, then I strongly recommend using perk greed. Field upgrades. There are 3 field upgrades out of 7 that you need to equip. The field mic is like a mini UAV. Then we got the trophy system. This makes sure no grenades, lethals, throwing knives, or explosives kill you. And the jammer, which is a mini counter UAV. Now for one of the most important tips are stims. You always want to use stims. They help so much, and in certain situations when you are about to die, you just pop a stim real quick, get full health instantly, and then you're right back in the action. And if you are hurt and you have a stim available, no matter what, pop it, even if there seems to be no enemies around you, because just in case an enemy pops up out of nowhere, you want to be prepared versus not prepared and they shoot 1 to 2 bullets and you're dead. Spawn points. You want to make sure you are comfortable with where the enemy is spawning at all times. This will make your awareness go up, and just knowing where they're spawning keeps you aware of your surroundings. Plus, the easiest and fastest way to get a nuke is just spawn trapping enemies and rotating. The more and more you play the game, you will begin to pick up where the enemies tend to respawn. But if you don't want to wait, a quick little tip I could give you is, if you are deep in their spawn trapping them, they're going to flip spawns. If you're around the spawn but your teammates are deep in the spawn pushing them, they're going to flip spawns. If you were by the spawn and you're there for 20 seconds and you don't see nobody, the chances are they flip spawns. Know when to take fights. It is really good to be aggressive, and you always want to be aggressive when you can be, but certain situations it's just not worth it. It is either you're gonna die or get really hurt and put yourself in a bad situation. At times there are good where you could be patient, just like this clip right here. I was patient, wait till they come through the door, and then I killed 2 people, rather than if I just rushed them, the chances are I probably would have died. Use grenades or C4s to your advantage. Believe it or not, these are super important and could help you tremendously. Whether you throw a nade somewhere so you can get positioning, or you throw a nade somewhere so you can could actually kill the opponent. Either way, there are both advantages on your side. Secondary weapons are super important. Make sure when you create a class that you make a really good secondary, whether that be a shotgun, pistol, because there's going to be a lot of situations when you're reloading and a lot of the enemies just swarm you and you have no other choice but to switch out to your secondary. I personally use a Diamantidis dual wheel because it is like a mini SMG, but if you're a shotgun person, then use a shotgun. The overall point is make sure you have a really good secondary that you're comfortable with. Do not be so thirsty to get a kill. And what I mean by this is if you get someone hurt and he runs away, don't be so thirsty for that kill where you follow him and next thing you know, you follow him into a house and there's the entire team in the house and you die. You have all game to kill another person, regroup, and then make a decision and try to figure out what to do next. Use your teammates. Sometimes your teammates are bots, but most of the time they're decent. You could take advantage of this, and at times where you cannot find enemies, just look for your teammates to help you find opponents. And at times, I hate to say this, but use them as meat shields to absorb bullets if you need to. If your enemy is focusing and shooting at your teammates, the easier the kill is because they're not shooting at you. And honestly, if you're trying to drop a nuke, put the team to the side. It's about you dropping this nuke. Finally, when you get close to the nuke, do not panic. Trust me, I know how it feels when you are so close in getting your first nuke. Your heart starts racing and you get extremely nervous. This is bad because when you panic, you begin to play different and it could lead to you getting killed. When I was close to my first nuke, I remember I was extremely nervous and it changed the way I played and it made me not make good decisions, which then led to me dying. Just know that you are going to respawn and you will have a million opportunities to get the nuke again. If you die when you are getting close to the nuke, it's not the end of the world. You will get it eventually. Now I'm just going to show you me getting a nuke a few times so you guys can see that I'm actually getting the nuke as well. And I'm not just talking just to talk. So here me getting a few nukes. I got way more, but I'm just going to show you a few. That is it. As you guys can see, I have my fair share of dropping nukes myself, and if you guys follow these 15 tips, it will put you in a better position to drop a nuke every single game. I guarantee it. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments, and feel free to let me know if there's any other tips I missed. But I'm out. Peace.